To the top left of the map of Icarus, we have the Zerg player for the FXO team. This is
FXO JKS.
He's got a lot of just kidding. He's got a lot of JKs. I don't know. His opponent.
good one.
His opponent to the bottom right, who's going for a proxy, is
Match2 Prime.
I'm actually just not very good at the intro.
Okay, let's be honest about this. Are we surprised to see the barracks at 8? What we are going to see next is the refinery, and this is the Reaper build that we talked about when this broadcast started. This is the bane of the existence of all the Zerg players on the ladder these days.
This is what I was hoping to see from Maru, to be honest, because
you're just a little bit statistical.
Well, that's actually true, but also I have not seen a professional Korean player on Maru's micro level use a Reaper strategy like this before yet. I have heard about it. People are talking about it. No one's done it to me.
There is the hatch first, by the way. We don't see a pool, so the pool will be... You know, right now, with all this aggression that we see with Reapers, what a lot of Zerg players do is they start the pool again before they go into the hatch. And I've even seen on a lot of streams that I currently watch Out of the Swamp, people go straight for pool and gas to make sure that they have the speed upgrade as fast as possible. This is what you had to do in the Wings of Liberty beta. And now suddenly, we have this build of Maru and JKS... I'm not sure. This is what you would expect Maru to do.
Yeah. By the way, there's the bunker. One thing that's really important, we talked about the healing, we talked about the speed, but more important than all of these other things in a situation like this with the bunker next to a hatchery is the Reapers do not have their grenade against buildings anymore. So if you're expecting this Reaper to maybe take out the hatch, that's probably not going to happen, but he may get some drones and or the Queen. Great micro on the bunker here. He's making it so the SCV cannot be attacked.
The problem just is that you don't have anything to deal with the Reapers up to the point where you have either roaches or the speed upgrade for the Zerglings.
Yeah.
You need one of the two. If you don't have that, you have no chance.
He has a great micro so far with his drones, pulling back the weakened ones, but he's losing mining time. Oh, the SCV going down here was a bit of a mistake. But look at the bunker here. He's got a position where he can just jump back into it.
I think, to be completely honest with you, I think that he's losing already way too much. The second Reaper is coming in. Even the Queen can't deal with the Reaper pressure if you target well.
Yeah, the Queen is not going to be able to save the day. He doesn't have high ground vision, so he has to keep doing this. I'd like to see one Reaper in the bunker and one on the high ground, but I guess he could do it either way.
Well, he has the SCV on the high ground now. This is all the vision that he needs. And look how much mining time JKS is already losing. Those Reapers are doing a number on him. And another Reaper is going to join the fun really soon.
Yep. Then it's just the Reaper count will get more and more. This gets scarier and scarier as time goes on. Oh, gotta be careful. He will heal inside that bunker, for those of you guys wondering. If he stays in the bunker for a second, the health is gonna start to regenerate. In fact, it already is.
Look how much he has to commit to Zerglings. It's already 14 harvesters for the Terran player against 12 for the Zerg, and the extra mule is of course also an advantage that Maru currently has over JKS, who at least is on 2 bases. This is really important for him. But so many Zerglings now being built because he needs them. He can't go into drones.
Ooh, the 3-lane run by though could be some pretty problematic situation for Maru, who doesn't have a lot of SCVs to defend.
It surprises me a little bit that Maru did not start to
the wall, yeah. The reason why is because he doesn't really have a lot of depots just yet. Well, he does have a second one, but the first depot, you want to make it as close to your refinery as possible so you can start with the barracks earlier.
But as it is, with those Zerglings that were running in, we have now 4 harvesters against 4 harvesters killed. But the big problem is, of course, the mining time lost and the lack of drones that we would have seen for JKS.
Yeah. These next lings, though, are going to be a big problem. He didn't realize this was going to happen, and he doesn't have the Reapers. They're on the wrong side of the map.
Oh, I really like that he does this. Well, Maru currently is doing so much damage at the top left, but this run-by is really great for JKS.
It's going to kill almost every harvester.
The problem is, or what is so great about this run-by is those Zerglings have no chance against the Reapers. They are completely useless at the top left without a speed upgrade, but at the bottom right, where there are no units, this is exactly where they are supposed to be in this situation.
And if he sends the Reapers home to defend, that's fine, because then the Reapers aren't in your main base anymore. And that's exactly what you want to have.
9 harvesters killed against 7, and JKS doesn't stop. Maru is on 20 supply. He's looking at 14 harvesters against 16. We have him now, though, with the second orbital being upgraded.
Which has patches of gold in it, and that's going to get his economy boosting quite quickly. He wants to make sure he doesn't use his mules on that because they no longer get the bonus from the gold, but
I'm impressed by JK's performance, yeah, I have to say.
I am as well, and Maru has done a crazy build here, but it's kind of equalized a little bit now.
The thing is that JKS knew exactly about the weakness of his own opening, and he knew what the biggest problem with Maru's aggression for him was. But with the map, he could use several things to his advantage, and those extra routes into the main base of the Terran player, that's exactly what he utilized here to make sure that Maru was losing a lot. The big problem is now the follow-up is gonna be, could be devastating. You can go into the starport now. We could even see the armory for the Hellbats. The Hellions alone already will do a lot of damage. There are only Zerglings so far. We don't have any Roaches. We only have 2 Queens at this point.
Yeah, and the Widowmine follow-up as well is going to be quite scary with no Spore Crawlers. You can make a Spore Crawler off of the spawning pool now, but he hasn't started any yet. There's the Roach one that he absolutely needs. Just the detection problem is something that only matters if he can get past the spine that's at the front.
And here comes the Roach Warren. He knows that he needs it. So Widow Mines are now coming into play. We have still those Reapers going strong, getting the scouting information too. Reaper is still alive.
Oh,
and
wow.
now we have the supply block.
Two-pronged attack, you know, with Reapers in the back. He's got Hellions in the front.
Yeah, but a little bit of a micro mistake by Maru with those Reapers. I don't think that he realized they were being attacked, so the Reapers are now down.
Yeah, the Reapers are down, the Hellion falls as well, and JKS looking a little bit stronger here. He will have to deal with these Widow Mines, though, and the thing is, Maru could be using them a little bit aggressively at the bottom of the ramp, for example, to catch some Lings that come down, but he's a little bit scared, and I don't blame him, of a counterattack. He doesn't know if speed's being researched, he doesn't know if there's hidden Lings.
Looking at the situation, what is really important is that even though the supply kind of started to even out again, and JKS even being ahead, the problem for JKS is his tech. Maru is way ahead in his tech. He already has the first Medivacs in the game, he has the Widow Mines, he's on his way to get speed, sorry, not speed, but stim, and he has 2 bases too, even more Harvesters. So this is in tech a very good situation for Maru. JKS, on the other hand, is not even thinking about going into lair. He's going for a Roach Baneling all-in now.
Yes, this is going to be really tough against these Widow Mines. That's why he sends 1 Ling up the ramp so he can activate it. He doesn't yet know about the second Widow Mine though, so if he makes a mistake against that, it could be the end of his all-in.
The first Ling just scouted, are there Widow Mines?
Yes.
Do you have any? Now he knows there's at least 1, so he will send units up there to trigger the cooldown, and then he can start with his all-in. But this is of course known to Maru, and Maru therefore has a few units there that are just trying to make sure that this is not going to happen this way.
Exactly. Unfortunately, he can't quite prevent it, but JKS goes for the backdoor rocks. This is something that Maru cannot defend. He cannot defend both fronts with this few units. He doesn't have enough. He's gonna need to actually just lift that backdoor base and start building bunkers at the top of the ramp because he won't be able to hold that command, so there's no way.
He doesn't see it. That's his problem. He can assume that those rocks are being attacked, but he doesn't really know about it. Here we go again.
The second Widow Mine could be a great hit. Hits that Baneling.
Yeah, it's the Baneling, and here comes those SCVs a little bit too late, and the SCVs go down as the Banelings go into the main base.
Oh, this is just so much. He needs those Widow Mines, but they are dying before they could burrow, and now he hits the SCVs. Looks like JKS may have turned this game all the way around.
JKS, look at that, punishing Maru hard here. The Terran player using in the early game the strategy that is feared by Zergs all over the ladder, but it's not enough. JKS with a GG, the victory here. Unbelievable, takes it with a Roach Baneling aggression. Look at that, how happy this guy is.
Maru was shut down, man. He defended really well. Like you said, going for those run-bys, knowing the Lings are not going to be useful at home. They're only useful in his opponent's main base. Maru not happy with that outcome. A good strategy by him, a very popular one. And Gerard looking like that brow is going to stay furrowed a little while if he can't.
Look at JKS.
He is so happy. I don't think I've ever seen a player look this happy and emotionally happy after a game.
Bjarne is like, oh, I don't want to play.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He knows exactly that at the... You know, those Zergling run-bys saved him. Let's be quite honest about this. If Maru had a few units at home or scouted it, this would have been a different game. But as it is, JKS looked at the situation. He's like, okay, you're going for this Reaper pressure. This is one of the toughest builds that Zerg can face now. My Zerglings are completely useless against this if you micro well, but I can use them to take down your Harvesters. This is one of those maps where we have a big ramp at the beginning. You won't be able to wall it off that easily, so I can go in there,
And it was a great map for the Roach baneling attack as well, because he knew that if for some reason Maru had like 3 bunkers ready at the top, which he did not, then he could just attack the rocks, which he was already working on, so he had 2 different angles of attack. There's no way you could have enough bunkers at the back to save your expansion, so you have to lift. And then even then, you'll need bunkers at the top of your second ramp, and if you have bunkers there, you're not going to have enough resources to have bunkers there, and have the economy to have a factory and all those Mirages. It's just not going to happen. It's pretty tough to defend on that map.
Yep.
It's costly. There's a lot of minerals that go in those bunkers and depots, and the repair on the bunkers as well, as the Widow Mines coming out and the SVs are constantly producing, and make sure you don't get supply blocked.
Exactly.
Let's find out who's coming out next for Prime, the final player, and it is Björn, in fact.
Second ago we saw him on the bench and he didn't look too happy. I think the prospect of playing now against JKS and then facing maybe Lino, maybe Gumiho was not too promising to him, but he has to do what Marine King and Maru couldn't.
Yeah. This is JKS looking good already in a matchup that so many Zergs are scared of. He could potentially go all the way here, but Björn is not going to make it easy for him. I'm excited to see Björn in the booth here in Heart of the Swarm. He's such a good Terran player on Wings of Liberty. He's got a lot of experience himself.
He looked a little bit lost at the screen when Maru was taken out, so I'm really interested to see what he's going to do. Will we see exactly the same build? 8 barracks into 8 gas and then into Reapers? Will he go for a Hellbat composition? We're going to find out in 5 minutes. We have a short break, and when we are back, we head into the next game between FXO and the Prime team.